Oi, welcome to Lockdown Day 104. I hope that you're doing alright, that you're continuing to seek after Jesus. If it's your first time here, thanks so much for joining. My prayer is that every one of you on the other side of this screen, God would speak to you, would challenge you, would inspire you today, and you would be completely different after the next few minutes. Do you know that God wants the best for you? That is a nice, easy thing to hear. A nice, easy thing to take on board. God wants the best for me. He wants to bless my life. Don't know why I always do American. Why can't it be an Irish person? God wants the best for me. Well, it says this in Romans 8, verse 28 and 29. We know, hopefully you do know, God causes everything to work together for the good of those who love Him. The key is, do you love Him? Do you love Jesus? Jesus isn't bothered about how religious you are. He isn't bothered about how many times you can read the Bible in a day and how much you can say, I've prayed for hours and hours, and how much money I've given to the poor. He cares, do you love Him? Because those things should flow from that place. Because He says, everything works together for the good of those who love Him, are called according to His purpose. Because God already knew you in advance. Isn't that mind-blowing? God knew you even when you were living in sin. Even maybe now if you're not yet a Christian, when you want nothing to do with Jesus. God knew you. He chose you. He decided to adopt you in His family, to put His love on you. He chose to go to the cross, thinking of you thousands of years later, who would say yes to Jesus and love Him and live for Him. But then it carries on. He chose them to become like His Son. So God causes everything for our own good. But it doesn't just mean I'm going to be happy, healthy, wealthy and wise. Everything is going to get better year on year and year. I'm going to get this new promotion that you watch me next year. I'll have more money. I'll have more followers, more success, this. No. Because He says He works for your good to make you like His Son. So think about Jesus. Did everything always get better for Him? Did year on year things improve for Jesus? Did sometimes maybe He had to wait 30 years for His opportunity to be released and to do what God had called Him to do? So when you're waiting and it feels like God just isn't answering, isn't opening up that opportunity, maybe He's trying to make your heart like Jesus. That when Jesus was doing His ministry over those 3 years, did it always get easier and better? No, we read that sometimes He had nowhere to lay His head. He got hungry, He fell asleep, He felt lonely, He felt rejected. The crowds turned against Him. People were fickle, they didn't always like His message. Even His closest disciples didn't get it and argued about who was the best, who could be sat next to Him in heaven. He would have been frustrated. And yet through it all, He didn't once mess up. So God is working the good for you and me in every circumstance to make us like Jesus. So the next time something comes along, maybe today, maybe this week, that you don't like, that is difficult, that you find hard, and you question, God, why would you allow this to happen to me? Just pause and think, did something similar happen to Jesus? How did Jesus react to that circumstance? How did Jesus model out a life that I should be living as a follower of Him? My prayer is we all be those people. And as always, please like, comment, share this message, and I will see you tomorrow. God bless.